Left well, missing the start badly was Great Divide and also Haggis, and Chicola leads by a length and a half on Windale Boy second. 2/3 Ginger Ninja followed by Haggis on the inside from Kate's Treasure, and printed out wide was Fancy Woman. 10 lengths away last of all was Great Divide. To the back it's Chicola a length and a half in front. Ginger Ninja closing second. 2 lengths third was Haggis, followed by Windale Boy, Kate's Treasure, Fancy Woman and Forget Great Divide. At the top turn, Chicola staving off the challengers. It's 2 lengths in front. Second Ginger Ninja, who went via the Cape in the straight. It's Chicola out by 5. Racing clear. Chicola's too good. Fronto for the Miners. Ginger Ninja, Windale Boy just in front of Haggis, followed by Kate's Treasure, and back at the rear of the field, Great Divide with Fancy Woman.
Race 9 at Penrith, 1 and a photo. Chicola, the tip, was the winner. Now at Moonee Valley, the placings are through. They're 10, 4 and 5. Which pack is Terry?
Lights on racing, and You Next is hustled hard when the starter said go. Mark Dux wants to lead, and lead he will as You Next darted to the front at the end of 100 metres. My Security Guard second, driving into the first turn, and in third spot is Prince Roy Don, followed by No Sir. On the inside of Grass Income, Abel Souvenir on the rail, and Dunveen 3 deep and rushing forward, followed by Syracuse, then Tip Top Tommy, Beldasawar and Just Cash drop back to the tail of the field. You Next the leader, down the back at the 1600 metres mark. Dunveen quickly whipped up into second spot. My Security Guard came away from the fence, found the 1 out 1 back. No Sir pokes up on the rail, 2 to Prince Roy Don around Abel Souvenir, a length away Grass Income on the outside of Beldasawar, then Prince Syracuse. 2 lengths to Tip Top Tommy, and Just Cash is a length and a half away at the rear. 36.9 the lead time, and as they leave the 1300 metres mark behind, it's You Next under restraint by a neck over Dunveen, and 1 to No Sir on the fence. My Security Guard fourth, 1 out 1 back. Prince Roy Don 3 back in the running lane. On the outside of Abel Souvenir, Beldasawar on the fence inside of Gross Income. A length and a half to Syracuse. Tip Top Tommy second last, and Just Cash last at the judge and the bell. 32.8 first quarter of the mile. You Next still under restraint as they turn out of the straight. You Next 3/4 in front of Dunveen. No Sir third. By Security Guard fourth, and an Abel Souvenir. Beldasawar got room to come off the fence, ran up onto the back of My Security Guard. Gross Income on the rail. Prince Roy Don 3 deep. Syracuse pokes up in the centre. Just Cash second last, and Tip Top Tommy still back at the rear. 31.2 for the second section. Still Duck sits against You Next, and at the 600 metres mark, it's You Next 1 in front of Dunveen, feeling the pinch. My Security Guard's 3 deep. Beldasawar's 4 wide running on. Then No Sir, Syracuse, Abel Souvenir, Just Cash, Tip Top Tommy, Gross Income and Prince Roy Don. You Next ahead in front at the 300. Beldasawar looks the danger. They're 2 in front of No Sir and My Security Guard. Beldasawar and You Next, they turn the corner. Beldasawar takes the lead from You Next. Then No Sir and My Security Guard. Beldasawar in front. No Sir trying hard to run the mare down. Beldasawar clinging on. No Sir's lunging at the end, but it's too late. Beldasawar beat No Sir. Abel Souvenir ran third. From My Security Guard, You Next, Syracuse, Tip Top Tommy, Gross Income, Just Cash, Dunveen, and Prince Roy Don was Stone Motherless.
Race 6 at Albion Park, the numbers 8, 1 and 9. Beldasawar by Undertrick, the winner, who stands for the Hart family at Sutton in the ACT. Selwyn Young.
Pier came out beautifully on the outside, and so did High Ranking. Tallest Pier dashed to the lead from High Ranking at the first corner. There's trouble there. Falling heavily was Buenacillo and Donna Chartres. Warren's Flyer is second last, and last of all Lobby Webster. Tallest Pier on the bunny shows the way. High Ranking is second. Warren's Flyer moved to third. Bold Gamble, Lobby Webster further back. Solitary Pursuit. Tallest Pier's clear. Here comes Warren's Flyer. Tallest Pier turn, but Warren's Flyer swallowing it up. Warren's Flyer dashed to the lead and a great win. Warren's Flyer got up to beat Tallest Pier. Third Lobby Webster, followed by High Ranking and Bold Gamble. Right behind those Solitary Pursuit, and a long break to Donna Chartres and Buenacillo.
An exciting race, no doubt about that. The numbers 4, 7 and 2. Warren's Flyer, the winner from Tallest Pier, and Lobby Webster.
And racing, Candyland shows good speed out of the machine. A Ripolite away well. They'll head off Truthsar going to the first turn. Candyland leads. A Ripolite moves up on the outside. Truthsar in behind them. Now Jimmy Whiskers has quickly dropped in for the 1-1. 4 metres further back in the field on Settling Down we had Solid again. Another 8 metres, nearly 10 metres then to Robin's Way. Further back in the field, I should say Robin's Boy. Further back in the field then we had Saratoga Springs dropping to the inside. They are followed as Saratoga Springs goes for a gallop there. Tack Troop was checked. Pacific Wonder copped a bad check and lost a lot of ground. Brotherhood was able to sneak through on the inside. Down the straight they race and Candyland led. Not a lot of pace on. A Ripolite moves up in the centre because Robin's Boy is coming around them 3 deep now. Apply a bit of pressure up front. Truthsar in behind the leader. Lead time's only 47.8. Jimmy Whiskers is 1-1. Then Brotherhood 3 back on the inside. On its outside in turn was Solid again. 10 metres then to Tack Troop. Another 15, nearly 20 metres then to Pacific Wonder and a similar gap away Saratoga Springs. They race down the back straight. Candyland is the leader. They steady up again. Robin's Boy sits up on the outside. A Rippolites grab the trail. Truthsar in behind them. Then Jimmy Whiskers right up on the bit now. 1 out, 2 back. Still on the outside of Brotherhood. 4 metres Solid again. Pacific Wonder tacks on and gets through up on the inside. Back second last Tack Troop and now tacking on at the tail was Saratoga Springs. Halfway around the top turn, the Tuesday night winner Candyland is the leader. First quarter in 31.1. It's a metre in front of Robin's Boy. Now around them 3 deep comes Jimmy Whiskers. Solid again gets the card home. Truthsar back on the inside. A Ripolite stays in and is now held up. Brotherhood works one off but still held up. Pacific Wonder on the inside. They are followed further back in the field then by Tack Troop and Saratoga Springs rather at the tail. They pack right up now as they make their way towards the back. Candyland the leader. A metre in front of Robin's Boy. Jimmy Whiskers out 3 deep. In behind them Truthsar. Second quarter 32.7. A Ripolite in the centre. Solid again with the cart home. Then between horses Brotherhood. Pacific Wonder on the inside and Tack Troop pulling wide from Saratoga Springs. Down the back Candyland's under pressure. Robin's Boy poked the head clear. Out 3 wide on the track Jimmy Whiskers. In the centre a Ripolite. Here's Solid again starting a move 4 wide. Brotherhood's working into the race nicely. Truthsar and a Ripolite are both held up. And then further back in the field Tack Troop and Pacific Wonder halfway around the turn. Solid again going quickly. Has sprinted to the lead. Solid again got 3 metres on Robin's Boy. Brotherhood runs home solidly. Then a Ripolite further back in the field then to Pacific Wonder in the straight. Solid again the leader. Brotherhood on the outside. Clear of Robin's Boy. Solid again in Brotherhood. Robin's Boy Truthsar. Brotherhood got his head clear and Brotherhood got up and won. Brotherhood, I think, beat Solid again in a tight go. Tight for third. Truthsar flashed home. She might get there on the post from Robin's Boy, but there's not much in that. They are followed in by Pacific Wonder. Next along in the field then Candyland. They were followed in then by Jimmy Whiskers, Tack Troop, a Ripolite and Saratoga Springs.
Race 6, number 6. The numbers 6, 8 and a photo. Race 6 at Globe Derby. Ronald Webster, the winning trainer. His cousin Jeff taking the reins. 2 straight to Brotherhood. 6, 8 and a photo. The winner side by Delta Port, who stands alongside Waverley Niatros for Jeff Esom at One Tree Hill at Wyndham. And the lucky last.
Racing, Solid Enemy missed the start and winning it was Pentacle, headed by Benny Boy, and also underneath it is Zell West. Our one falling heavily, a couple down at the first turn, and it was Lady of Me who copped the worst of it. To the back straight, it's Zell West, a half in front of Benny Boy second. Third out wide was Subtle Fox, followed next by Pentacle. Solid Enemy on the inside, trailing Pentacle along, and they're well clear of the others. Autumn Lee and also My Laura Run to the home turn. Subtle Fox a length and a half in front, chasing it as Pentacle. It's Subtle Fox in front. They won't get it. Subtle Fox for the money. Subtle Fox beat second. Pentacle third was Silent Enemy, followed by Zell West and also Benny Boy from My Laura Run. Autumn Lee. Lady of Me was checked severely, fell at the first turn and trails the field in.
Penrith race 10, the numbers 2, 3 and 1. The inside boxes boxing the trifecta there. The winner Subtle Fox from Pentacle and Silent Enemy 31-7.
Green lights on, racing, good start, showing early speed is Chris Field, so too is Jill Star and I'm Allowed, and it's a line of 3 early. High Road settles down fourth. Strong Donna second last early. Getting through the field off the second row is Chardonnay, travelling up to be about 6th and 5th out of the straight. On its outside is Torch Song Deep, followed by Strong on the outside of Vital. Second last is Punch, and last on the fence is Rosscliffe. Out of the straight they race. The leader now is Jewel Star. Worked around the outside and headed off I'm Loudon by 6 metres. Chrisfield the outside is third. Off the track and making ground is Torch Song, and the centre is High Road. On the rail and 2 metres away is Chardonnay. 6 or 8 metres away Strong Don. Third last is Vital, second last is Punch, and 8 metres away back at the tail is Rothcliffe. Working off the top turn, the leader in the first circuit is Jewel Star. At its wheel on the outside now is Torch Song, a metre back, and third is I'm Loudon. Fourth with cover now Chrisfield, and fifth on the rail is Chardonnay. The running line is High Road, trailed up in turn by Strong Don. He works up to be 4 back on the outside of Vital. Second last is Punch, and 4 metres away Rothcliffe. In the straight they race with a lap to go towards the 1,000 metres, and now Strong Don. He eases to the outside, 3 wide on the favourites, off and running and whizzing around the outside deep. It's Jewel Star at the 900 metres, 2 metres in front. Strong Don, he's come from 4th last. He works around the outside. He draws up outside Jewel Star. Up on the outside now, Punch is pulling out wide. Then Torch Song in the centre. I'm Loudon the rail, trailed up in turn by Chardonnay. The outside is Chrisfield. Then High Road, who was checked there for a stride. Second last is Vital, and 6 metres away Rothcliffe. Down the back at the 600 they race it. Strong on the outside, about to join Jewel Star in front. 3 wide, 2 metres away Punch. In the centre there is Torch Song. Chrisfield out 3 wide. I'm Loudon the leaders back. Then Chardonnay, High Road, Vital, and Rothcliffe is back at the tail. 350 out before the turn. Strong Don in the centre, given a bit more rain. He bounded away in a stride from Punch, getting into second placing. Chrisfield now pulls to the outside, then Jewel Star, but Strong Don is a mile in front around the turn. At the 180, he strode away by 12 metres, getting into second placing Chrisfield. Then Punch is run his race from well back as Chardonnay making ground with High Road. At the 100 though, here's another one for Strong Don. He's 5 metres in front. Chrisfield is running on doggedly, but Strong Don too good. Strong Don wins 3.5 metres to Chrisfield. 12 metres away third Punch, just in advance of Torch Song and Chardonnay. Vital close up from I'm Loudon, then Rothcliffe. Jewel Star is knocked up to run second last, and last in was High Road. Number 10, Strong Don, driven by Stephen Dove first. Number 10, second 6 Chrisfield, Tony Peacock. And third number 8 Punch, Russell Thompson. 10-6-8 on the 7th. Officially 4th in was 5 Torch Song, and 5th in was number 9 Chardonnay. But Strong Don had a touch of class on his trivals. He's gone to the line very well. Chrisfield has run home doggedly, beaten about 3.5 metres, but he was chasing home something pretty smart in Strong Don, and third placing some distance away Punch. 10-6-8, that's race 7.
Next is the favourite Moonlight Blitz. Away they go. Moonlight Blitz missed it. Tiny Paradise won the start from Windy City, and Moonlight Blitz is railing to go to second at the first corner. Right behind those was Micah Gunn, followed by Still Running. Through the middle was Brute's Moment, Call Me Casey, and in trouble Windy City Ann is last of all. Down the back and getting away nicely out in front was Micah Gunn. Shows a clean pair of heels. 3 lengths Footrot Faith. Moonlight Blitz is third, a break in the field. Then to Call Me Casey and Brute's Moment. Around the bend and Micah Gunn's in front. Footrot Faith. Here's Moonlight Blitz down the outside. Micah Gunn the lead of Moonlight Blitz, overhauling it and got up and won it. Moonlight Blitz on the outside, got up to beat Micah Gunn. In third position was Footrot Faith, followed by Call Me Casey. Then Brute's Moment, Tiny Paradise, Windy City Ann, and it was last to greet the judge.
Race 9 at Wentworth Park, 2, 3 and 4. Sorry about the lack of picture, but nevertheless the favourite got the money. That's the main thing, isn't it? 2, 3 and 4, race 9 at Wentworth Park.
He moves up on the pole and they're just about ready to run. One quick squint at the TAB screen, $1.90, Sentimental Fella. Blue lights on, arms fold, racing, and Sentimental Fella came out of the gate very quickly. The MC is whizzing in the early part. Oh, he crossed them very quickly, the MC, and he charged to the lead on the first corner with a break of 2.5 to Victor Boy and 1 to Sentimental Fella, who was in trouble 100 metres after the break. Sam Linden goes up on the rail, and then 1 to Bryden Duke, 1.5 lengths to Highland Walk. My Ultrasound second last, and Socializer dropped back to the tail of the field. The MC in front down the stretch the first time, 29.4 the first split. The MC a length and a half in front of Sam Linden and Wonder Victor Boy, who's left in the breeze. Sentimental Fellas on the back of Victor Boy. Socializer slides up on the rail. Then Bryden Duke, My Ultrasound, is out 3 deep. He's working forward, and Highland Walk tags onto the back of My Ultrasound as they leave the straight. 850 left to run. It's the MC. 2 in front of Victor Boy with My Ultrasound moving up 3 wide. Sam Linden on the rails. Sentimental Fellas in traffic as Highland Walk goes up 3 deep. Wonder Socializer and Wonder Bryden Duke. 32 for the second quarter. The MC scooted away. 550 to run. Cross allowed the MC rain, and he's 2 in front of Sam Linden. Victor Boy's under pressure. My Ultrasound still out 3 wide. Highland Walk sweating on My Ultrasound. Sentimental Fella needs luck, and he's on a loose rein. Then Socializer and Bryden Duke, but it's the MC. Catch me if you can, says the MC. 2 in front of Sam Linden. Then My Ultrasound and Highland Walk on the outside. The MC flattens out clear. 150 to run. He's 2 in front of Highland Walk, who's the only danger. How big a danger? The MC a length in front. Highland Walk's picking him up, but here's the post, and it's the MC. The MC has beaten Highland Walk. Sentimental Fella third. Then My Ultrasound and Bryden Duke. Socializer, Sam Linden and Victor Boy came in at the tail of the field. Well, he caused a surprise, that bloke, when he won the Christmas Cup here. At big odds. What was he, a 25 to 1 chance, something like that. He's caused a bit of a surprise.
All at Bulli. They're all set now. Here's Globe Derby, Peter Smith.
Excuse me, 22 30-metre start. Off they go. Bags of Cash away safely, is looking for the early lead. They'll head off Marmick Dream to the first turn. Also away well as See Me Motor and Bravery and Springton Flyer, but she's 4 wide on that first turn. Driving through Casino Wiper, easing out of it early Malago and back with a Chaz. Bit of speed on up front. See Me Motor tests out Bags of Cash, but Bags of Cash kicks up to hold See Me Motor. They're followed then by Bravery easing into the 1-1. Oh, Springton Flyer's gone. See Me Motor second. Marmick Dream the inside. The leader through the head about there. Wants to go quicker. Bravery on the outside. Chaz the rails. 4 metres further back with the lead time only 47.9. We had Casino Wiper, then Malago, and 30 metres away settling down Springton Flyer. Heading towards the back straight, a lap and 3/4 from home. And really there's been no speed on it all in the early stages, and this leader still throwing her head around Bags of Cash. She's a metre in front. In second placing See Me Motor. Marmick Dream with the sit behind the leader. Bravery 1 by 1. Shaz on the inside of Casino Wiper. 4 metres Malago, and just nearly 20 metres the other one, Springton Flyer. They come off the back, still Bags of Cash going only fairly easily in front by a metre to See Me Motor. Marmick Dreams had the run of the race behind the leader. Bravery's on the outside running fourth, 4 metres away. Casino Wiper around Chaz. I think he'd like to get moving on Malago. He's easing it out now 3 deep, and Springton Flyer has tacked on. Only 33 for the first quarter. It's really trying to flush something out on Malago, but Casino Wiper not that keen to come yet. Down to the judge. Bags of Cash would want to have plenty left. 2 metres to See Me Motor. Marmick Dream the inside. Bravery tapped up. Shaz on the inside of Casino Wiper. Still hasn't come 3 deep. Malago waits for it to go, and then Springton Flyer on the inside. They head towards the back. 700 out. Only 32.5 the second quarter. Bags of Cash going strongly. 2 metres to See Me Motor. Now Casino Wiper's coming out 3 deep from back in the pack. It's moving around Bravery. Marmick Dreams on the inside. Then Malago pulling out wide from Shaz and Springton Flyer. See Me Motor has joined Bags of Cash going to the 400. Casino Wiper moves up 3 deep. The leader's under pressure. Bravery in the centre, then Marmick Dream. Malago will have to come 4 wide from Shaz. Halfway around the turn, See Me Motor a metre clear of Bags of Cash. Casino Wiper's almost on terms with the pair. Malago about to peel out 4 deep. Bravery held up, and so too Marmick Dream. Into the straight, See Me Motor just led Casino Wiper. Malago the outside, still there, Bags of Cash. Malago coming at Casino Wiper. Bravery the centre, See Me Motor. Malago, Casino Wiper, or maybe Malago. They usually get it. Malago the outside from Casino Wiper in a tight go. Bravery there for third in a 5-way finish. Bags of Cash and See Me Motor are both close up. Marmick Dream just behind them. They were clear then of Springton Flyer and Shaz last 10.
I think we better leave that one to the judge. We'll have the result for you as soon as we get it. Very close indeed between 5 and 8 on the previous race 7 on an 8-race card at Globe Derby Park. Behind the boxes at Wentworth Park for race 10, the Merry Christmas Stakes.
Racing. Tipton Vale came out okay. On the outside, Misty Marmalade, Magic Mabel is showing speed. Joining them very quickly on the outside was National Hand, and they're nice and tight. Behind them, Shadow Plateau, Atomic Bale, Tipton Vale, and Imposing Cape was last with An Asset. Down the back now, and getting over to the lead was Magic Mabel. National Hand has joined it and headed it. Moving up quickly was Shadow Plateau. Tipton Bale's on their hammer. National Hand just led Shadow Plateau and Tipton Bale. National Hand's in front, and National Hand, the bolter, will get home. National Hand beat Tipton Bale. Getting up for third, Shadow Plateau. Right behind them, Magic Mabel from Misty Marmalade, An Asset, Atomic Bale, and Imposing Cape was last.
Race 10 at Wentworth Park. The numbers there were 8, 5 and 2. National Hand, Tipton Bale and Chateau Plateau. We'll go to Peter Johnson in a moment or two to have another look at the replay there and also to check approximate dividends. But firstly, updated market on race 8 at Moonee Valley. The Goodwill Stakes, No Identity, number 1 is 7 out to 8 to 1. Having his first start tonight for Brian.
Racing. No Identity burning early from 1. He leads. Impressionist was being restrained after the start. He dropped out to third last. Hilton Goldie gets to second. Off the track as Lord Muckley. 3 out as Gallant Action. In the centre there is Huey Bray. MIA makes ground the fence. A break of 10 metres to Nuclear Bomber. Impressionist is second last, and back on the fence last is Dunno. No Identity leads by 6 metres early. The widest runner on the turn is Lord Muckley. In the centre, Hilton Goldie. On the leader's back, MIA. Travelling fifth on the outside is Gallant Action, followed by Huey Bray. 8 metres to Nuclear Bomber. A break of 10 metres to Impressionist, and 4 metres away Dunno. The leader shifting off the rail. No Identity 2 circuits out. Now sliding back to the fence. He's 2 metres clear of on the outside Lord Muckley. On the rail and third is MIA with the cover. Fourth on the outside, leaving the straight is Hilton Goldie. Gallant Action racing solo, 1 off the fence, trailed up by Huey Bray. 5 metres away Dunno. Second last is Impressionist. He now pulls to the outside, 3 wide, and Nuclear Bomber 1 off the fence is last. Down the back they head towards the lap and a half mark, and No Identity in front. Again he's hanging. MIA trying to get up on his inside. Off the track is Impressionist making ground. He's about to work up to the leader's wheel. He does. Lord Muckley in the centre. 8 or 10 metres away Hilton Goldie, followed by Dunno. Then Gallant Action. Second last 6 metres away is Huey Bray, and still back of the tail is Nuclear Bomber. Approaching the turn, a lap out. Impressionist now worked up into second placing within 5 metres of the leader, which is No Identity, who comes down the straight 1,000 metres out with a handy break. On the leader's back is MIA being reined up, followed by Lord Muckley fourth. 5 metres away on the outside, Hilton Goldie. On the rail is Dunno. Gallant Action third last. Second last is Huey Bray. And back of the tail is Nuclear Bomber. Out of the straight they race at the 800. No Identity. He still leads by 4.5 metres. 2 on the outside, Impressionist. MIA's had a good run. The leader's back. Fourth on the outside, Lord Muckley. On the rail is Dunno, followed by Hilton Goldie. Gallant Action, Huey Bray. And 5 metres to Nuclear Bomber. Inside the 600 down the back, and the leader, No Identity, giving plenty of cheek for the moment by 3 metres. 2 on the outside, Impressionist. He's slowly bridging the gap on the outside. He draws up within 2 metres of the leader. Third MIA, then Lord Muckley. He pulls to the outside now, 3 wide. 8 metres to Gallant Action, then Huey Bray, Hilton Goldie and Nuclear Bomber. And out the back is Dunno losing ground. Around the turn, 200 metres out, No Identity, a neck in front. Impressionist on the outside now, loomed up. He put his nose in front. Lord Muckley, 3 out, followed by Gallant Action. At the 180, Impressionist got to No Identity, which has beaten Lord Muckley. Coming out after Impressionist, then Gallant Action, and making ground is Huey Bray. He's coming quickly, Huey Bray. Just in front, Lord Muckley. Gallant Action picking it up with Huey Bray. Just in front, Lord Muckley. And Lord Muckley has beaten Gallant Action and Huey Bray. Impressionist weakened the last little bit fourth. Close up, Nuclear Bomber. Then Hilton Goldie, No Identity. And last in was MIA. Bar 1 just getting in, Dunno. Judge calling for the photo to race 8, the Goodwill Stakes. Photo call for, which you'll find Lord Muckley has just got there, number 6.
Here again on Monday. Lights on. racing, and Samuel Morgan and Merchant Joe dropped back shortly after the break, and Trio Court came out running and went straight to the lead. Caesar Blue is second, Sammy Bye third, and then Alpine Affair on the outside of Vikings Memory. Dicey Dealer third last, Merchant Joe second last, and Samuel Morgan whips them in around that first corner. Trio Court the leader at the 1800 metres mark with a break of 2.5 to Caesar Blue left in the breeze. Sammy Bye third on the rail, and Vikings Memories fourth on the inside of Alpine Affair. A length and a half to Dicey Dealer, 2 to Merchant Joe, and Samuel Morgan whipped them in as they ran past the mile marker. Trio Court in front. He's been there from the word go, and he leads by 2 lengths to Sammy Bye. A length away is Caesar Blue without cover. Vikings Memory on the rail. Alpine Affair on the back of Caesar Blue, 1.5 to Dicey Dealer, followed by Merchant Joe and Samuel Morgan's last, 37.7 for the first 500 metres, and was short of 1,300 left to run. It's Trio Court, 2 to Sammy Bye and 1 to Caesar Blue on the outside. Vikings Memory on the fence inside of Alpine Affair, followed by Dicey Dealer, Merchant Joe, and Samuel Morgan still last at the 1100 metres peg. 33.3 first quarter of the mile. Trio Court's not using a lot of gas, and as they race past the judge, the bell and the red lights, it's Trio Court 2 in front of Sammy Bye still on the fence behind the leader. Caesar Blue trapped without cover. Vikings Memory fourth, and Alpine Affairs hot on the hammer of Caesar Blue. Samuel Morgan 3 wide now, sliding forward around Dicey Dealer, and Merchant Joe comes deep onto the back of Samuel Morgan. 30.9 for the second section. Trio Court in front at the 700. A length and a half to Caesar Blue. Sammy Bye on the fence. Samuel Morgan 3 deep. Alpine Affair in the centre. Vikings Memory on the rail. Then Merchant Joe and Dicey Dealer. Trio Court still makes play. 450 to run. Trio Court more than a length in front of Caesar Blue. Samuel Morgan edging a little closer, but he's wide in the middle of the bend. Sammy Bye on the rail, and then Alpine Affair and Merchant Joe. Trio Court a length in front at the top of the lane. 200 to run, and Trio Court flattens out in front of Caesar Blue as flat as a tack. Samuel Morgan under the whip, and then Sammy Bye. It's Trio Court in front with short of 100 left to go. LaFoe's rated the leader to a nicety, and Trio Court leads from go to woe. Trio Court beat Sammy Bye, Samuel Morgan third, then Caesar Blue, Vikings Memory, Merchant Joe, Dicey Dealer, and Alpine Affair came in at the tail of the field.
Race 8 at Albion Park, the numbers 3, 2 and 9. Trio Court the winner, side by 3 times 1, who stands for Peter Markham in the Lower Hunter Valley of New South Wales. Meadow Skipper horse, that fella, 3 times 1. 3, 2 and 9, race 8 at Albion Park. Well rated by Gary Magic 5-10-1. He's Adelaide.
Well, Sedona Chief's gone for a bad gallop out wide. He's going to lose a lot of ground. Going forward, Kate Fallu. Game D was there and lost a bit of ground. Kate Fallu broke up. Kate Fallu goes for a gallop out wide and she drops back. So let's sort them right out. Where's the favourite Profile? He's back in the pack, but he is trotting safely. So Outrage leads. Now Totem Toto's got around them early, and he's going to move up on the outside. Intended Idol has dropped in behind the leader around that first turn as they straighten now. Game D's ended up with a 1-1. Top Coverage is next on the outside. Getting up on the rails, Trust got speed. Now here's Profile quickly whipping around the field now, and he'll move up outside of the leader pretty easily. Did most of that in the straight. Star Someday won off the rails on the back of Top Coverage, his last of the main group. About to tack on Sedona Chief. 25 metres Arrow Pride. Kate Fallu, after trotting quickly to the first turns, made a real mess of it. Looks like she's dropped a knee boot, I'd say, too, and is out of business. 50.6 the lead time as they go into the back straight, and Outrage is the leader. Profile, the favourite, now sits up second. Intended Idol behind the leader, and Totem Toto's 1 by 1. Next on the rails, then Trust got speed. Game D, 1 out, 2 back. On its back, Top Coverage. Saving ground now, Sedona Chief after tacking on. Then Star Someday. Arrow Pride still 15 to 20 metres away, and Kate Fallu has pulled up. Halfway round the turn now as they're off the back straight, and the leader Outrage led a couple of metres to Profile, who's certainly going to have to do it the hard way. 32 for the first quarter. Intended Idol behind them. Totem Toto's had a trail now for nearly a lap. Trust got speed on the rails. Game D outside of it. Then Top Coverage racing around Sedona Chief. 4 metres Star Someday, and still 12 or 15 metres away Arrow Pride. Racing down to the judge, they've got a lap to run. The very consistent Outrage is the leader. It's 1 metre 2 in second, placing Profile. Intended Idol on the inside, Totem Toto running fourth. Then Trust got speed around at Game D, still no moves coming. Top Coverage moves, is I should say, on the outside of Sedona Chief, 32.8 the second quarter. Then Star Someday, they go into the back, the leader Sprints Harbour. Outrage got 4 metres there on Profile. Intended Idol under pressure now, and then Totem Toto. Profile's now quickly raced up on the outside of the leader. Trust got speed into the clear, then Top Coverage. Game D, Sedona Chief off the back. Outrage and Profile, they go together. They've got about 12 metres clear of Totem Toto, and Top Coverage runs on for a place. Outrage finding something, kicks back on the inside of Profile. They're still 12 metres clear of Totem Toto, then Top Coverage. They went 29.7 the third quarter. Outrage and Profile are going to have a ding-dong go again. Profile on the outside, now getting the upper hand. He's going to be too good, and he wants to run out a little bit, but he's going to be a mile too good, in fact, at the finish. He careers away Profile, a big winner. Outrage second, got very tired. Top Coverage, I think, is third in front of Totem Toto. They're not that far from Outrage at the finish. Clear of Game D, Sedona Chief. Further back in the field, then Star Someday, Intended Idol, Trust got speed, Arrow Pride, Kate Fallu pulled up.
1, 2 and 10, the placings, race 8 at Globe Derby, sending us home on a winning note, and Merry Christmas to you, Peter.